Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am KoZMcKev, your host. This one is for March 27th, 2020. So, we just had a new moon this week, folks, in Uttara Bhadrapada, and which is the serpent of the deep. So that's kind of what set things up in this past. So we're getting to really deep stuff right now. Now, looking at the lunar placement today, in Western astrology we'd say that the moon's in Taurus. Okay, that's just a given. But here in the sidereal Vedic astrology, we are looking at a moon in the constellation of Taurus, but in the lunar mansion known as Kritika. So what can I say about Kritika? Well, Kritika is a razor, and Kritika is ruled by the sun. And Kritika is really honest, and it's located in the Pleiades, and it is the nakshatra of truth in a lot of ways. Now, later on today, the moon is going to go out of Kritika into Rohini, which is the red star, and she's beautiful. She's like the most gorgeous of the moon's 27 wives, or 28 if you count this other one that's like out in Capricorn land somewhere. But this particular nakshatra is about transportation and fruits and perfumes and luxury and total beauty, because it's ruled by the moon, and it's all within the constellation of Taurus. Now, in Western astrology, we say the moon's in Gemini. Okay, moon's going to go in. Moon, if it's not already in Gemini, moon is going to go into Gemini tomorrow. But we'll say, so really today. Tomorrow night. Well, actually, today the moon's in Bharani. I'm backing it up, folks. Sorry. Back that thing up. Moon's not in Kritika yet. Moon's still in Bharani. Moon will go into Kritika maybe tonight. Bharani's ruled by Venus. It's a Venus-ruled day. Bharani is the yoni, or the female sex organ. Its ruling deity is Yama, the god of death. And so that's kind of the flavor, because every birth is a death, every death is a birth. And in these times where things are a little bit rough, and that's all within the constellation of Aries, actually. If you're looking in the sky, you want to find the constellation of the moon, you're going to find it in Aries, even though your little ephemeris says moon's in Taurus. Yeah, in the tropical seasonal sense, we'd call it Taurus. But what you're looking at is, in tropical seasonal sense, it's what you're looking at is the constellation of Aries, so to see it at night in the sky. Okay, with that, without any further ado here, let's talk about where all the planets are. In the Western astrology, we've got ourselves Sun in Aries, Moon in Taurus, North Node in Cancer, Mercury in Pisces, Venus in Taurus, Mars in Capricorn still, but Mars is going to move this week out of Capricorn into Aquarius. And Mars in Capricorn is exalted. It'll still be there in the Vedic sidereal zodiac. So, in fact, it's just moving there this week. Just moved there. And so there is a sense that's an exalted Mars, that we can get things done. We can get rid of evil. We can, attack the COVID-19, and get healthy and be safe, and also try and protect ourselves from 5G too, and from other weird, strange things happening in the world. With that said, we also have Jupiter in Capricorn. Saturn just went into Aquarius this week. So, one of the things, and Saturn likes Aquarius, it's another Saturn-ruled sign, but it's like in the Western tropical zodiac, Saturn in Aquarius means we're working on humanity. you know, and since people are so focused on this disease thing, it's brought us together, and we realize our humanness, our vulnerability. Uranus and Taurus. I mean, I've talked about this. This hasn't happened since World War II, and it wasn't pretty. and to be honest, this is the biggest mandate that's probably happened. I wasn't around in World War II, so I don't, you know. I mean, I came in sometime after Michael Jackson, Thomas Dolby, and Simon Le Bon from Duran Duran. That's kind of my era of people, and just before Jello Biafra, you know. So if you know those people, now you know why I'm so weird, because she blinded me with science, or, you know, I'm hungry like a wolf, or, you know, I'm like a virgin. Or Billie Jean's not my love. Okay? She's just a girl that she says, I am the one. No. Dun, 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 dun. Well, anyhow, we're, you know, Neptune in Pisces, Pluto and also in Capricorn. I mean, all these Capricorns we've had. That's movement of Earth. So forward, and on. A little quicker horoscopes this week. Let's start with you, Aries. What does this mean for you? Well, okay, greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. So, what I'm seeing in this is there is a change of the social meter. You're less focused on your career. You're going to be more focused on parties, society. And I know people aren't supposed to get together, but they have these, like, internet events, and some people do like healthy social distancing, outdoor concerts. That's what happened in my neighborhood last Friday. Just friends got together, started playing music on 14th Street, you know, over near Salem, and, you know, we just hung out, and it was like beautiful. That's all I can say. We just hung out. I mean, we respectfully social distanced each other, and, you know, and you know, and sang My Corona and stuff. No, we didn't. But we had a good time. And, you know, there's many ways that you can have a good time and be safe. If you're healthy, if you're not, and you feel like you're vulnerable, definitely stay in. If you think you got a little sicky buggy, stay in. That's all we can do right now. We're going to be very, very cautious until this thing blows over and we're okay again. Because I want us to be okay again. Now, I mean, we're still in Kalasapra Yoga, and it's like the snake, the serpent, where all these planets are on one side of the chart, and it makes things really difficult because everything's sort of imbalanced. So, Aries, what is your master job is to show leadership socially right now, and to come up with good solutions for people to feel better at this time. And, you know, the healthier people are bringing food to those who are shut in, and just giving a, you know, and I think writing letters, you know, I don't really like all this electronic internet phone stuff. I don't think the EFM thing is necessarily the answer. I really think just taking time to write somebody a love letter, send a package of something loving and kind. These things are real. But they might not be safe. Okay, you can just spray them down. You know, I don't know. Anyhow. Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. You know, I mean, Moon and Taurus, you know, what is Moon and Taurus? You know, Moon and Taurus is about satisfaction. You've got Venus, Uranus there. Uranus is not so satisfied. Uranus is like, hey, everything's up in the air, and I'm a little bit on pins and needles because of this whole social distancing thing, and I want to be okay, and okay, I get it. Do things to make yourself healthy. You know, I think sometimes people smoke cigarettes, could be smoking more because of social distancing. This is not the tobacco medicine's not probably the best right now. Because it'll close off the capillaries in your lungs. Cannabis, I'm not so sure. I do hear that it helps open up stuff, so maybe moderate use could be good. Stress reliever. I mean, the best thing I think is do mantras. You know, find a mantra to give you peace, even if you don't know any mantras, and it's just a simple Om. or you're kind of, you know, superstitious, Judeo-Christian, you want to do something that's a little more Christian, Shalom, just chanting peace can really bring this wonderful feeling about you. And I'm doing this video, you know, just a few days early, and it was the first night of Navratri, which is when Durga, who is the goddess that has the gift of fighting the demon, fighting the evil, and winning. And so one of the chants for her mantras was Om Shreem Doom Durga Namaha. Om Shreem Doom Durga Namaha. And you can say that too. And she's going to, you know, she kicks butt. She's got Kali as a friend, and she gets rid of all the demonic forces that are tormenting you, illness, whatever. She's ready to deal. Ready to deal when you're not. So Taurus, I recommend Durga for you. And I also, my other recommendation is, like, look at books of like national parks and beautiful places out in nature. It can really give you this nice feeling if you can't get there. And if you are in a place like that, get there, be there. You can still be outside. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome your horoscope. Okay, so Mercury's still in Pisces. We're still just getting out of the shadow of Mercury retrograde. And so there's still some things that people are fixing from way back then. And we're trying to keep it all in balance. Now, for most of you, there's a lot of intensity with this. There's a lot of sacrifice because you're a really social person. And you enjoy connections with people. And so, if you were fortunate enough to connect with somebody before the scare, you know, and you got a good thing going, then you can keep on connecting. Or you will. But I mean, we're all potentially, anything could happen. And right now, your social life means a lot to you. Who are your people? Are you communicating with them? And, you know, a couple weeks ago when this whole thing was going on, or a week ago, my friends and I just, you know, we just started playing music and said, listen, and then my friend Rebecca, hi Rebecca, said, let's do a Facebook Live. And so we did it, and just sang some songs, you know, All the Lonely People, and Peaceful Easy Feeling. Because that's really what we want to do, is just keep the inner peace. Look at everything's slowing down, folks. Gemini, this is good. Less driving. Nature, I haven't seen any chemtrails in a while. I mean, I think those people must either all have the virus because they were spraying it on people or something. I mean, that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but I don't know. They're not flying, so I'm going, oh God, that's crazy. They'll be flying again in no time, don't worry. Well, they might be unemployed. It might be hard on them. I don't know. But, you know, Gemini, you've got a good vision, and you're one of the most likely signs to be in the public, or have to be in the public somehow. Working at a grocery store, doctor's office, banks, first responders. Yeah, you guys got it going on, and, you know, and so you're being responsible. That's all I know. Okay, so greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. Now, this stuff is affecting you big time, because you're all about family and connections. And so for Cancers right now, keep eating healthy, you know, and, you know, I know if you're vegan, you don't have the opportunity to do bone broth or organ meat, things like liver and stuff. But if you're not vegan or, you know, serious vegetarian, that stuff can really boost your immune system right now. But let's say stuff that even vegans can do that boosts your immune system. Garlic, ginger, burdock root, all the Mula Nakshatra roots, echinacea, turmeric. These are all things that can be used. Also, both shiitake and maitake mushrooms, they're culinary. They have medicinal qualities to them. And there's other mushrooms that are just pure medicine that, you know, you can get too. It's anything boost yourself up with vitamin C. I think your intake right now for Cancer is super important. And, you know, reach out and call your friends. You know, talk on the phone. Do what you can to just stay in touch. And I like the idea of letters. You know, and if they're scared, they can open it up with a mask on and gloves, all right? So everybody's safe, and then they can throw it in the fireplace afterwards. Whee! Coronavirus all burned up. Okay, so that would be it. And you two are like a leader socially right now, and in the world, and, you know, trying to show your leadership, but you're also trying to incorporate the message of the guru and work it in your life. Okay. Greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. Let me say this here. So next weekend you're going to have, you know, a moon in Leo. Fire on fire, baby. I expect things to heat up then. But right now, going that higher way, you know, following that spiritual path of the highest teachings. Like for me, like some of my go-tos, I like Ram Dass, I like Panma Chandran, and I like Thich Nhat Hanh. Two of these are Buddhist authors. One of them is more Hindi in perspective. Also Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra is also really good with his spiritual laws, the 7 spiritual laws. And then there's that book about the four pillars or something like that. Hispanic last names kind of escapes me, but those kind of readings, even good parts of the Bible, you know, like the Gospels and the New Testament, or the Psalms and the Old Testament, you know, things that are just like uplifting. You know, read those things, get into it. You know, so many good teachers out there. I don't want to leave anybody out because I'm so grateful for all of them. Okay. And Leo, you know, how do you make good karma? You know, you want to ask, how do I make my karma good? Well, I'll tell you. Making donations, doing volunteer work for other people, saying mantras and prayers. You know, that's really the simple. All right. Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so Virgo, you know, Aries time, 8th house, transformation. You are not in control. That's a challenge. You know, it can be depressing. It's what in Vedic astrology they call these, something that starts with a D. And I can't say it right now, and I have before, but anyhow, Dusthana houses. And Dusthana houses are tough. You know, it's the 6th, the 8th, and the 12th. So you've got a couple planets in the 6th house now with Mars and Saturn. But in the 6th house, those tamasic, you know, more malefic planets, rather, they do okay. It's not as bad. So if you discipline yourself with your diet, your exercise, that's going to work for you, for Virgo. The other thing is, though, in this world, with Neptune and Mercury there, hemming in your Sun on one side and Uranus and Venus on the other, it's like, oh, do the spiritual work, do the soul work. Be giving. Let other people give to them. Just release, you know, we're releasing. And through that releasing is something really positive. And I feel like it's good. And so you might be like a long distance love affair, or, you know, some kind of travel for art of some sort. You know, even though you're supposed to socially distance, something's going on. There's some opportunity for you to do good. That's what I'll say about my Virgo. All right. Greetings, Libra. And welcome to your horoscope. Okay. So, I mean, it's going on way too long. what I want to say is it's deep transformation once again, and Venus is there with Uranus and the Moon in the 8th house. So it's like you're not necessarily in control of things either, but when you release, good things happen. You know, when you allow other people say, well, what would work for you to make you feel more comfortable? I think that's what we have to do for each other. What can we do to make each other feel more comfortable, that feels safe? And that will bring a transformation, you know. And I know you really badly want connection. You want that physical touch. You want to get in that place and escape. Okay. That is enough for you. We're going to talk Scorpio talk right now. So greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. The only answer I have for you in this moment is, you know, it's a romantic weekend. And so if you have a significant other in your quarantine, you know, you're not going to keep away from each other. That's just fact. So that's a real blessing, you know, and so you got to count that as a blessing. So, and you want to keep in communication with your friends. They need to hear from you. And this is a time to work on your health, no doubt about it. And, you know, people at work might be a little bit like falling in sick, so you might have to show up all of a sudden and do stuff. If you're one of those people that have a job, and if you are, feel grateful. Otherwise, just work on the time to organize, work on your creative stuff, those projects, and get better at making your living better, the art of living. Okay. Greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope. There is no answer to anything except know what you value. Protect what you value. Don't go in any mindless group think mentalities, because you know the Pied Piper, he pied all those rats into the ocean, and they were just happy as could be to die for the Pied Piper. And I really think that having healthy questioning right now is super important. It doesn't stop the unity, but just to be able to question things in a healthy, respectful manner is going to lead us to better answers and solutions. That's so crucial. And you're in a place where you really want to celebrate life. Your heart is open, your health is doing fairly good. I mean, could use maybe some inspiration. And mostly you're really concerned about your happiness right now and just staying happy. I mean, that's a good goal. Stay happy, Sagittarius. Okay, greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, I mean, pressure's been on since December. I mean, this has been your year, you know, in a lot of ways. There's a lot of respects. I mean, you got Jupiter there. Saturn's there. Saturn and Jupiter are together. The wisest planets of the zodiac. Come on. And what are they saying? They're saying, you know, slow down. Saturn's going to Jupiter. Don't exaggerate so much. Jupiter's going to Saturn. So don't depress people so much. So, be disciplined, be constructive, be hopeful, be devoted. Have a devotion life of some sort. Whether you just sit in silence, if you don't believe in a higher power, that's okay. You're just somebody who's going through life without an invisible source of help. For the majority of us, there's a little bit of a faith base in us. There's something greater than us moving us, and let's connect with that source, because it's going to really give us the mojo, the juice we need. You know, and for me, I call it, you know, the Divine Mother, the Divine Father. You know, these are divine parents working together to lead us like our ancestors. You know, they want to bring us to that great place, and we got to follow it in order to get what we need. Because you're going through a lot of transformation, and you're really introspect right now. You're kind of like, whew, don't know if I should go out. It's kind of scary out there, and I get it. Just slow down, relax, you're going to be fine. Greetings, Aquarius. Okay, like, if any sign is going to get activated this week, it's going to be you. So it's a super activated Aquarius time because of Saturn in Aquarius. And Aries is sort of like a friend sign or younger sibling sign to you. It's also about working with your hands and creating something, communicating, working on communications. I mean, I love these helpful, you know, messages, Facebook, over on YouTube, emails, whatever, but it's like people. Okay. I'm getting a little exhausted and I might not read your stuff. Not for you who are watching the show. I always read your stuff. Okay. You know, we're like family, extended, you know, and my love goes out to you in this video every week, and so Aquarius, you're feeling a little bit more disciplined, you're feeling a little more dynamic too, like, hey, I've got to work. I'm committed to making this go to pass, and you're reinventing yourself too. There's this real reinvention of Aquarius I see happening right now. Okay, finally, as we leave here, Pisces, do not want to cut you off. Pisces, this week is, you know, starting with the weekend, a very social weekend in a lot of ways for you. Moon's in the third house. You know. Aries rules the second house, of voice. So what we're talking about, you know, let's speak from the heart. That is really the message. Let's communicate what really matters. What do you love? You know, and so there's a great verse in the Bible. It says, perfect love casts out all fear. That's what we got to do. Let's talk about the things we love, the people we love. You know, oh, I love the fact the blossoms are coming out more. Oh, I love seeing flowers on people's front door. Oh, I love how the hills are so green right now. I love how we just got some rain and things feel fresh. You know, these loves are going to take us through this rough period of time and clear the path that we are going to make something better. That's your gift. That's your visionary right now. And you're working on your values, your family, and, you know, there's concerns economically right now, and rightly so. But we can support each other. And the best thing we can do is slow down, drink lots of water, get enough sleep. Looking forward to seeing you next week when we do this again on the Planetary Persuader with me, KoZMcKev, your host.